11 SAT. This is Mujahid Sartawi, and welcome to the computer class of 22nd of March 2020. In the previous class, we talked about databases, and we made a revision about the data types and the data structure and how we create databases. Today we have a practical exercise in which we will go to the software package that will help us to make a database, which is Microsoft Access. So please open your computers and go to Start, click on Start and go to the search and type Access. I prefer you guys to use Microsoft Access 2013 or 2010. So click on this icon and the program will be opened like this. The first step is to click on Blank Desktop Database, one click on it, and it will ask you to make the name of to add a name for your file or for the database that you want to create, and to navigate where do you want to put this file. What we are going to do today is to create a database for a school in which we have a table for a student which contains the student's the personal details and marks. So let me give a name for this database, school underscore. I prefer you guys not to have any spaces between the words, so that's why I'm going to give it a name, school database, or you can name it DB, only DB. I want the place to be on the desktop. I want to save it on the desktop. That's why it's here. Okay, and press on create. Before we get started, I need you to understand and to know the menus here in the program. Here we have file, in which you can save your work, you can open a new database and so on, and you can print your database. Here we have in the left side, we have the tables. If you created some tables, you will find them here in the left side. And in the right side, you have the details of the table that you are creating. The first step will be right-click on table 1, go to design view and rename the table as student table. Because we have a database which is a school database, and we want to create the first table in this database, which is a student database. Click OK. Now what we see here is the field names that you want to design for the student table, field names, and data type for each field. So let's think about the student table. What should we have in the student table? The first thing we need to think about is the primary key. The primary key for any student is the student number or student ID. Let's call it student ID. Sorry, student ID. The data type for the student ID, sorry, it will be not an automated number. It should be a short text because we want it to be a combination between letters and numbers. Then the second field will be the name of the student or student name. The student name should be short text. After that, we need date of birth of the student, which will be, of course, date and time because we have it as a date. Another thing we need to add about the student fields is the class. The class of the student, it should be a short text, the data type for it. Another thing, let's add the Okay, let's say we want to add some marks for the different subjects. So the first mark will be math, for example. The math will be, of course, number. Let's add another one, which is physics. Also, it should be number. Computer class or computer subject. The value of the data type of the mark will be number. English. It should be also number. Okay. We need to add another field, which is gender. So the gender will be short text. Let's say that we need to add a Boolean data type or a Boolean field, which is, let's say, the status or failed, or let's say this student passed or not pass. Yes or no? Okay. So we created now a table with the name student. Here we have all the fields related to the student table, and we assigned a specific data type for each field, and this is all. So we need to click on save. We want now to fill the data. Here we can see the student ID. Let's say that the student ID should start with STD followed by 3 numbers. Student name, the first one is Ali. Date of birth, it gives you here a table, so we simply okay, keep it as this, but we will change this into 2000. Class, let's say this is 11A. Math, you can add the mark. If the mark is out of 100, let's give this student 90. Physics, out of 100, let's say 78. Computer, 85. English, 86. Gender, male, or we can add it just pass, let's say the student is the status of the student will be passing this. Okay, you can add the other data, the other records for each student in this way. So I want you this week to as a homework for you to do this table, to do this symbol database, and add all the fields, because I will ask you after that to do some other tasks like verification and validation, and all of that will be done next time. So it's very important for you to create this table and to practice it, and to try it and fill it with at least, I want from you at least 10 students to be filled in this database. And see you next time. This is all for today. Please refer back to the schools portal for any extra worksheets and summary sheets. And that's it for today. Thank you.